Batches from the Frat House. How is everybody doing? It has been a while since we did a video. It's time to get back on the train again. So I wanted to show you my October planner setup. This is my everyday carry. I've been in personal rings mostly for a little over a year. I do kind of, you know, flounder out into other things and then end up coming back. This is a Filofax Malden in the color ochre, a personal size, and let me show you what I have going on inside. Most of the decoration in here is from the October 2018 Kinley Doodles Doodle Box. I love this box so much. Everything about it screams fall, and that makes me happy. It's my favorite time of year. Even though honestly I'm standing outside right now, it's 80 degrees. It is incredibly muggy. But we're gonna try to ignore that. So here's what I have going on. There's a bunch of stuff going on up here. This is all from the Doodle Box, as is the foil. This is the foil, goodness sakes, the acetate. See Amy Draw did the lettering on there, and I love it so much. That's from the Doodle Box. Paper clips in here are from Lily and Lola Co. I love these. She has them available in a couple different finishes and a couple different sizes. So the first section, I always keep my page flags back here. The ones that have letters on them are, there's a letter for each kid that I might have stuff in here for. And this card came in the Doodle Box. I like that it's got the month calendar on there. And then this dashboard, the glitter dash, is from Chibi Plans on Etsy, and I'll link everything down below, you guys. In the front, I always keep just a couple of blank pieces of paper. This is where I can grab a piece of paper if I need to write something down for somebody, and just kind of, you know, tear it out and give it to them. I also do keep Post-its on the back of this card. These were also Post-it sticky notes. That was also in the Doodle Box, and I knocked the doily, and that's gonna make me crazy. There we go. Okay, so that's all that is. It's just a couple of blank pieces of paper. And the next section is my monthly, and I started doing something a little different for my monthly that I have never done before. Totally ran against my natural way of doing things in a planner, but it has saved me so much space in here. I'm only carrying a couple of the current months. So I have last month and this month, and then November and December, and that is it. So what I have done, because I've taken out prior months, I would keep in prior months, and the upcoming months for kind of, you know, pre-planning or forward planning would be the upcoming months, and then the prior months I would keep in for reference. And these monthlies, by the way, are from Peanuts Planner Co. What I did instead was, this pullout is from the yearly bundle from Peanuts Planner Co. And every month when I do my monthly review, I just write down the dates of things that I might need to refer back to. And I actually did July and August. I have not done September yet, and I didn't transfer to them this. They're sitting on Post-it notes stuck to my desk, you guys. So that way I have access to stuff I might need access to without carrying pages upon pages of monthly pages. And then I also can use the upcoming months, like November and December, for forward planning stuff. Obviously I have November and December in here, but then 2019 begins, and I have a 2019 pullout here. So I've marked birthdays, holidays, anything coming up, like when our Amazon Prime renews, stuff like that, so that I have future reference for future planning, but it's all in one little pullout, if that makes sense. So most of what goes in here is, you know, any appointments, the boys' schedules, Mike's hockey schedule, you know, any appointments for anybody. I don't do any project planning in here. Okay, that's further over here in the goals section. So that is mainly schedule stuff. Now in the goals section, the first thing I have is what I call an inbox. Inbox is kind of technically where you would kind of gather everything. Anything that pops in your head, you jot it down. I put that on my daily pages, so my inbox is basically a running to-do list. So I may think of something that I need to do, and I know it's not going to get done, say, this week or even this month, and I'll jot it on my daily page because that's the page I have open all day. I might slap a page flag on it so that I don't forget about it, and then as I go through and process that stuff either later that night or at the end of the week, if it's something I need to get to but I know I'm not going to get to it right away, it goes up here and it's just a running to-do list. And I have it all color-coded. This next one is where I do all the project, like, scheduling, basically. This is from Annie Plants Printables, and it's just your regular calendar on one side, and then your next side is a fold out, so there's lots of space, and that was why I started using it for project planning. And then there is November. So the only thing I have marked on here schedule wise is when Mike is traveling and when there are home games, because we try to go to as many home hockey games as we can. Pardon me. So I did mark what days there are home hockey games. I don't need to worry about what time they are at. I just needed to see what day there were games, because those days for our schedule work a little bit differently because there are home hockey games. So I just needed to see at a glance when I'm looking through my list of stuff I need to do. This is all projects wise. As you can see, I haven't quite figured out what I'm going to do with this page yet. I was kind of considering going ahead and taking the flap off, because this stuff could go all over here, and then this could be projects, and then I don't even need the fold out. So I don't know yet. I'm still playing with them. This is the first month I've used them. So I may do that. I may go ahead and take the flaps off if I don't need the space. So what I've done is picked a video to do each week of October, and then this is the stuff I need to do to get the article out on time. So very little detail up here as far as project planning goes. I just want to be able to see the dates that I need to get stuff in, or that I want to get stuff done, and what projects aren't done yet. So this is broken down by week. I don't expect to do all this in 1 week. I expect to get it done this month, if that makes sense. Oh my gosh, it's so muggy out. The bugs are terrible. So I have about 6 months worth of these in here, just because I have some bigger projects and conferences and whatnot coming up, so I wanted to be able to keep an eye on those. So I put 6 months worth of those in here. The next section is finances, and I don't keep a ton of stuff. I used to keep a spending tracker in here. I do that on my phone now. Oh my gosh, the gnats, holy cow. So all I have in here is a couple of pages of grid paper in case I need to jot something down financial wise. Otherwise I have Post-its on there that have like our car insurance bill. We get, you know, how much is that going to be every month for the next 6 months? I write that on there. I can cross it off as I go, that kind of thing. And then this little shop section is, I do keep a shopping list also on my phone. That's something else I changed during One Book July. I started keeping a grocery list on my phone again. It's a little bit easier now that Liam is older. I'm not wrangling a toddler in the grocery store and trying to juggle my phone. But if I happen to have this open and one of the boys says something and my phone isn't by me, this is where I jot down you know, stuff I need to buy, whether it's the grocery store or Target or whatever. So right now that's blank because we just did errands yesterday. And then this section is the weekly, and this is also Peanuts Planner Co. This was September, and there's last week, and I just divide the months up with vellum and then stick the tab, like this was from Coco Daisy, free printable, and then these tabs are from Chocho and Mimi on Etsy. So I just stick a piece of vellum in for each month. It helps me divide everything up without it chunking up the stuff that's on the rings too much. So that was last week. Here's this week. I still have not written down tasks for this week, partially because, hello Bee, partially because a lot of the tasks for this week are down here. So this side tends to be, hello Bee, this side tends to be scheduled stuff. Okay, we're gonna see if the bee leaves me alone. So this side is all schedule stuff. It's all color coded. And then this side is, these little boxes correspond to stuff over here actually. So Jack has school clothes, gym uniform, whatnot, and God love him, he's a teenage boy and he brings his gym uniform home every day to be washed. So I make sure that on school nights I have his gym uniform washed and ready to go for the next day. Bills I put over here. So the purple is for Jack. So this is just kind of an extra reminder when I'm looking at the schedule. Oh, hey, I've got something over here. You know, bills. Okay, I've got something over here. The video I want to get done for that week, school stuff for Liam, and then a thing I'm doing. So, and then tasks go up here. So you can kind of see that from last week. Okay, so that is the weekly. So stuff comes over here from the monthly calendar, and then stuff comes over here from the finance section, from the goals or planning section or project section. And Liam and Hunter's school stuff is all online, so I pull that from there. This is just a reminder of 2 different like online things I want to do with him. And then there's like my stuff, and then household stuff tends to come down here. Household stuff that's not bills. Okay? And then next would be the daily section. I just got to show you guys this. Are you serious? Look how pretty that is. Dexina, I hope I'm not mispronouncing that, on Instagram sent me 2 of these vinyls. I'm hoarding one. One is just sitting because it's so pretty, but this one I put on here because this way I can move it. Isn't it gorgeous? And it says sweater weather because it's my favorite time of year. So thank you so much. I will link to her Instagram channel down below, or hit her Instagram account. Oh, I think the bee is coming back. The next section is dailies. It's the collab Annie Plans printables and See Amy Draw. I love these for dailies. I love that they have some pretty hand lettering. They're not dated. I can date them myself. They're just plain grid. I can use them however I need to. So a lot of times it's kind of bullet journal-ish. I don't want to say it's bullet journal because it's not. But like this day, this was last Tuesday, there was a lot of running. So I went ahead and put out a whole timeline for, and that acts as kind of my inbox. I put everything in here. Everything for the day goes here. I really don't use the this week page because I have all that in the weekly section already. So I just kind of jot things down. Anything that's scheduled goes at the top of the page. Any bills that are due go at the top of the page. Any place we have to be goes near the top of the page. And then as the day goes on, I just make note of things I need to make note of. Any tasks that come up I need to get done on this day go on here. Appointments that get made, I jot them down on here. I transfer them later because I'm not that way. I'm not flipping around all over the place, especially if I don't have a pencil with me. If I'm forward planning something on the monthly calendar, I always do it in pencil in case I have to move it. So, or on a sticky note on that monthly calendar. So I put all of it here first. So at least I've just captured it. So that kind of acts as my daily and my inbox. And then the next section is work. This is videos, the magazine, writing stuff, hopefully some podcast stuff, but there are so many hours in the day and that's it. So in here I have a running list of current projects. So the only thing I write on here, and I just threw out the last one, I just have a couple of projects that I'm currently working on right now, and then when I'm done with them, I cross them off. And I'll just keep adding to this until the whole page is full. When the whole page is full, I just tear it out and get rid of it. So, oh my goodness, Mr. B. So that is anything that's projects that are not like video or magazine related go up here in the front. And then in here I have like a running list of videos I want to do, notes on videos. The magazine stuff is the next section. And that is where I keep a list of stuff for the upcoming issue, like my checklists of stuff that each article needs, to be proofread and edited, and I need to make sure I have an author bio if they want to send one and all that. So I have a checklist in there for that. And then this last little part is just writing stuff. It's little like notes and quotes and things that I jot down as I'm reading things. The next section I've labeled notes. This is kind of notes and reference, so it's kind of a hodgepodge of things. There is, let's see, the first one is the appointments schedule from Peanuts Planner Co. So I just put the date of the appointment, what doctor it was, I color code it by what kid it was for. The next section is clinic stuff. So I used vellum here with a picture of Mike and one of our goalies on it. So this is all clinic stuff that I can't show you. The next section is the grocery guide. That is also from Peanuts Planner Co. This I get out when I kind of make a last minute trip to the grocery store. I think I may have talked about this in my July setup video. This is kind of a running list of stuff we generally always have on hand so that I can, if I make a last minute trip to the store and I kind of need to jostle my mind a little bit, I can get this out and it's written in the order that I usually walk the store, so I can kind of go through the list and go, do we have that? Do I remember if we have that? Because sometimes it's a last minute, I've got an hour to kill, I'm near the store, I know we need these 3 or 4 things or whatever, but what else do we need while I'm here? This has been great. This has saved me having multiple trips to the store. So that is from Peanuts Planner Co. The next little subsection, I tabbed hockey. This is Mike's schedule for the hockey season. The Peanuts Planner Co. insert checklist, obviously got from Peanuts Planner Co. This is the personal size, and I just fill them in with a gray mild liner as I have gotten them so that I know what I have on hand easily. And then the service log for both of the cars. And then that's also from Dexina. Isn't that pretty? Oh, I love it so much. And this is the personal section. This I basically just at the end of the day when I'm going through my daily page, And I got this idea from Marcia Bermucci. I use a vertical timed weekly from Peanuts Planner Co. And I just kind of very quickly, what did I do when? So like last Monday tried to kill me, you guys. Like I woke up, I had a tire that was going flat. I needed to take clothes to the rink for Mike that he had forgotten. It was a very crazy morning. So it just helps me at the end of the day to go back and look at my day and go, what did I do when? Roughly, because I go through these streaks of really beating myself up for not getting my stuff done. As you guys can see, it has been ages since I got to do a video, and I'm like, I need to see where I can save time from other things so that I have time to get videos done. And I just need to see where my time went so I'm not kicking my own tail about, well, I must have been lazy. I didn't get anything done. Well, I don't think I was necessarily lazy. I would say Saturday I was lazy, but my mom is here right now too, so that changes things a little bit. So that's all that is a quick overview of my day. It's almost a nice little index of things that have gone on in the daily pages. And I just started doing this. I thought October 1st starts on a Monday, perfect. So I did that last week. We'll keep an eye on it and see how it goes. So that is it, everybody. That is the October 2018 planner setup. That's what I have going on in here right now. I hope I did a decent job of explaining how it all kind of works together. If you have any questions, give me a holler, and I will talk to you guys soon. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.